Over the weekend, President Trump repeatedly going after one of his closest allies and staunchest defenders, Congresswoman Marjorie Taylor Greene.
Calling her Marjorie Taylor Brown because, quote, green grass turns brown when it begins to rot.
You know, I've always said that the best nicknames are the ones you have to explain in parentheses. Right, Bubba? Hey, Bubba! Hey, Bubba, he's from the South and he likes being blown. Bubba! Let me take you back to 2016, when another batch of emails was released.
The Pizzagate conspiracy began with the Clinton WikiLeaks. The conspiracy theory quickly spread to Reddit and YouTube, feeding fake online news stories alleging a Clinton campaign child sex ring.
Well, that's an incredibly serious charge. And seeing how the right doesn't like to jump to conclusions on emails, I assume that these emails were pretty concise and clear about the extent of what would be a horrific crime.
The original source of all this, a leaked email to John Podesta, Hillary Clinton's campaign chief. It was from his brother, and it said simply, "Would love to get a pizza."
My God. Could it be any clearer that John Podesta and his brother are running a family-owned child sex ring? What else could "would love to get a pizza" mean? That was the famous Pizzagate conspiracy. When people were so obsessed with finding evidence of sex trafficking, they built a whole code book and applied it to those emails.
Why did the Podesta emails mention the code word pasta for either little boy or sex 78 times?
Why would he mention pasta 78 times? Other than the fact that he's Italian. He's Italian. What are you...
Your Royal Highness, the U.S. intelligence concluded that you orchestrated the brutal murder of a journalist.
You're mentioning somebody that was extremely controversial. A lot of people didn't like that gentleman that you're talking about. Whether you like him or didn't like him, things happen, but he knew nothing about it, and we can leave it at that. You don't have to embarrass our guest by asking a question like that.
Yeah, hey, shut up. A little etiquette, please. This man is a guest in our country. Why are you asking him about the journalist he bone-sawed? It's like no one has manners anymore. Trump is dealing with a lot of shit right now, okay? He lost the Epstein vote. They're being mean to his best friend. One more reasonable question, and he's gonna lose it.
Mr. President, why wait for Congress to release the Epstein files? Why not just do it now?
You know, it's not the question that I mind, it's your attitude. I think you are a terrible reporter. It's the way you ask these questions. You start off with a man who's highly respected, asking him a horrible, insubordinate, and just a terrible question. And you could even ask that same exact question nicely. You're all psyched up. Somebody psychs you over at ABC. You're going to psych it. You're a terrible person and a terrible reporter.
Treat you so nice in first class. Hot towel, ma'am. May I take your coat, ma'am? Can you put that blunt out now, ma'am? Just so classy. And first class is getting nicer and nicer every day.
Airlines are ordering more caviar and champagne, hiring Michelin chefs to design their menus, and teaming up with luxury designers to make custom in-flight pajamas.
Now, I know what you're thinking. Champagne and caviar on a flight? Farts. But the farts are immediately vacuumed back to the economy class. Where do you think they get that air from the nozzle y'all be twisting on? Those are rich people farts. So classy. The only thing missing is the wireless vibrator charger that I'm gonna need. Yeah. Yes, I bring my emotional support vibrator on the flight. Everybody knows the most important thing on the plane is the black box.
Russia's first humanoid AI robot made its debut in Moscow this week, and it definitely did not go as planned.
Finally, a robot that feels like a real person. Because I also have a drinking problem. And it's not the robot's fault he fell. He took 27 shots of machine oil. You should see me after 3. I'm literally in the hospital bi-monthly because the human body cannot handle machine oil. And for all the people worried about robots taking our jobs, relax. For every job this robot takes, they have to hire 2 guys to pick it up off the ground.
Yesterday, the House of Representatives voted to release the files thanks to brave Republicans like Nancy Mace, who was very clear about not being a part of the Epstein network.
The Epstein emails suggest that, in fact, there is a widespread code among people with power and money who support one another. Does that exist in Washington?
Oh, I'm not part of the powerful. I'm not part of the elite. I'm an island of one. I don't get invited to parties. I don't have any friends. I have a dog.
Wait, are you fishing for an invite to the sex party? Like, why did you make not being a part of a pedophile ring sound so sad? Like.
The Department of Transportation is urging airline passengers to be on our best behavior.
They are really committing to this civility campaign. They even released a whole video about how they want to take air travel back to the golden age.
Flying was a bastion of civility, but today...
Yeah, get him, f him up. It's nice to see Americans being physically active. I know flying isn't as classy as it was in the 1950s, but at least with these passengers, 9/11 is not gonna happen again, all right? Because no way a bunch of terrorists can defeat 4 angry Karens in their pajamas. They're gonna be like, I got a box cutter too, bitch.
This fall.
We got another one.
Status?
He's bleeding out. We're losing him.
I decide when we're losing him. A groundbreaking new medical drama.
We lost him. Time of death, 5:22. Cause of death? The COVID vaccine.
RFK Hospital.
Sick of this!
The only hospital brave enough to follow the medical advice of America's health secretary.
It's all right, trying to squeeze in lunch. What are you looking at?
We have a patient with a strange virus that's weakening his immune system.
Interesting. Has he been swimming in any raw sewage?
Not that I know of.
That's your problem right there. Have him spend a few hours in fecal matter creek. He'll be better in no time.
Led by a doctor who knows that medical science doesn't have to be based on anything in particular.
Come on. I told you never interrupt me when I do pull-ups in jeans.
Sorry, but we have a patient with a fractured clavicle. Should I administer painkillers?
And give the patient autism? No, thank you.
Well, should I take an x-ray?
And give the patient more autism? Give him 20 cc's of raw milk and get the fluoride out of his water. Now!
At RFK Hospital, they're making America healthy and hot again.
Wait, there's something I have to tell you. I have the measles.
It's okay. So do I.
And so do I.